Good morning, good morning, good morning to the yellow orphan horse. Is there a specific name for orphan horses? I don't know. It's beautiful yellow. It wasn't that beautiful. It's more like it wasn't bright. It was like teetering on like a dirty brown maybe. But for the sake of this story, let's just say it was a beautiful yellow horse, separated from her family, no parents, no brothers and sisters. Hard life for this little horsey. But through, adversity and all this struggle, found a beautiful green pasture, uninterrupted by civilization and loud, noisy sounds and cars and buildings. And on this land blew the most beautiful and delicious pink flowers. So this yellow horsey, she had free range of this beautiful patch of grass. And every day she would just prance around, work on different kind of hops and skips and dances, and basically have the best life ever. And so she ate the grass, and she especially loved to nibble on these pink flowers. Until one day, there was a serpent, big old snake, mean snake, really like a real bully, came and started teasing this horse, like really mean words. You call that yellow? You call that yellow skin? That's not real yellow. It started hissing. Started making fun of the horse. And the horse tried to ignore the snake, eat the pink flowers, eat the green grass. But the endless teasing and bullying did not stop. The snake kept hissing until finally one day the yellow horse could not take it one bit longer, and she ran towards the snake. She didn't trample the snake, but she ran right through it. And the snake got tangled up in the horse. And guess what? The snake was wrapped around the horse's legs, hooves, tail, neck, mane, ears. It was a sight to see. It actually, what's a zebra is a black and white stripes. This looked like a yellow horse with green stripes. And it kept running, and it never stopped. It kept running and running. And this once quiet land, now we heard a click, clack, click, clack, click. And someone had put in a skate park. She had never noticed this, but, the bulldozers and the mixers and the cement trucks came in, and they poured some foundation, and someone had built a skate park. Now, in this part of the world, no one knew about skateboarding yet, but they did know about rollerblading. So there were two twins in short blue jean shorts and red and white striped shirts, and they couldn't wait to start blading. They got brand new rollerblades, and they went to the rollerblade park or the skate park, and they were just making a fuss, So once again, here's this quiet pasture of grass, beautiful breeze, quiet noise, and then all of a sudden you hear the clanking of rollerblade wheels on doing rail slides. And one of the twins got really good fast, and the other one wasn't so good. So the horse, who had the green snake still wrapped on him, blasted through the twin rollerbladers and knocked them up into the sky. They lived, but they were hurt badly. And when someone gets hit so bad, sometimes their clothes fly off them. In this case, their rollerblades flew off, and now they belong to the horse, who, by the way, never stopped running. So now the horse has a snake wrapped around her and has a rollerblade around each foot, which you would think would make it hard for this horse to run, but now she was gliding. She was gliding through the grass, through the trees, and right then, there was someone eating. Someone had built a restaurant on this property, a chain restaurant that served crunchy hard shell tacos. That was their number one seller. So it wasn't quiet anymore. Now you heard crunch, crunch, crunch. And so there was a gentleman there about to eat a gigantic hard shell crunchy taco when the horse, who was now wearing 4 rollerblades and a green snake wrapped around her body, slammed into the man, and all the fillings and fixins blasted out of the crunchy shell, and the crunchy shell landed on the nose of the horse. So now the horse had a crunchy hard shell taco shell on his nose, 4 rollerblades, and a snake. And finally, on the land, there was a tree that had no leaves except for one, and that was one of her favorite trees to just go and look at. And now it was a giant purple vampire bat that was a DJ and was scratching and making music all night. And so the horse, who never stopped running since the hissing started, ever since the bullying started with the snake, this horse never took a break. And you think she'd be tired? You think she would give up? The grit and determination of this horse. And where's the horse running to? What's the end goal here? And she didn't know. She just, once she started, she couldn't stop. No looking back, just going forward like a bulldozer. Just the same way the bulldozers came in and built the skate park. Now she was the bulldozer with the crunchy shelled taco on her nose. She blasted through the vampire bat. And the vampire bat was so big, it blasted her wings open, and the vampire bat grabbed onto the snake, who was wrapped around the horse. And finally, you would think it was suicide, but the horse basically just jumped off the cliff, got to the edge of a rope, and she just jumped off the cliff. And if you were down at the beach enjoying a picnic, nice day at the beach, you would tell the story, and no one would ever believe you, of seeing a yellow horse run at top speed, gallop off a cliff with rollerblades on, a green snake wrapped around her yellow body, a crunchy hard shell taco shell on her nose, and a giant purple vampire bat with her claws dug into the horse's back, and the snake flying, and the horse flew up into the sky with the moon, and the sun was down and the moon was up, and the moon in the background silhouetted. No one ever saw that horse again. You ever seen this horse before?